time of arraignment that if he needed to get his items, then certainly he could do that by use of a civil standby, and he failed to take advantage of that, decided to engage in self-help. So his bond will not be reduced to what you're asking. I will set his bond at a $50,000. Court calls the case People versus Nicholas Spence.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Baruch on behalf of the people. Good morning again, Your Honor. Christina Costantino appearing with and on behalf of Nicholas Spence. Mr. Spence, can you state your name for the record?
Nicholas Spence.
What do we want to start with?
Well, Judge, we'll first start with today's the date set for a PCC. I've discussed with my client his right to have a preliminary examination, and that at that examination, the people must prove probable cause that he committed the crimes alleged. At this time, he wishes to waive his right to have a preliminary examination.
Given, all right, certainly we can do that. His bond currently is set at, well, his bond currently is revoked.
Yes, Judge. So we'd also like to address bond.
So you do understand that regarding a preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
You understand that the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them?
Yes, sir.
You understand you'll not have that hearing, you'll proceed to circuit court for further review or further resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
That's what you want to do?
Yes.
People also waive their right?
Yes,
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on counts 1 and 2 with 3 following.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, he wishes to stand mute and waive a formal reading.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
July 9th at 1:30 before judge completes.
July 9th, 2024, 1:30. As to bond.
Yes, Your Honor. We are asking the court to respectfully reinstate my client's bond or consider issuing a bond perhaps in the amount of $10,000 with 10% provision. There were 2 issues with regarding his bond. It's my understanding there was a bond violation for some missed tests and also for a violation of the no contact order. Spoken with my client about both of those allegations, and he does admit to both. He indicates he did violate the no contact order. I would like to give the court some background on that. However, the date that he violated the no contact order, he indicates that he received a text message from the complainant saying, "Come grab your stuff," from the home. He went to grab his items from the home, and an anonymous caller then contacted police indicating that he was present at the home. And so, yes, he did have contact. He did go to the home, and that is the circumstances surrounding that. With regards for the missed tests, he has simply put no excuses for those. We've discussed the nature of this case and how serious it is and that he does need to test. He will be testing in the future. He will not have any other issues with testing. He has indicated to me, should he be released, he would reside in Belleville with his father and his stepmother. He will also be working with his father. They do fencing, installation, and repair. So he will have gainful employment as well as family support.
Not sure I'm going to need a response because the problem, I hear what you're saying, counsel. Problem is he was supposed to be testing. He's not. He's been missing his testing. And the other thing is that he is apprised at the time of arraignment that if he needed to get his items, then certainly he could do that by use of a civil standby, and he failed to take advantage of that, decided to engage in self-help. So his bond will not be reduced to what you're asking. I will set his bond at a $50,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that, but
10%, 50,000, 10%, 5,000. Oh, this way. Okay.
all other conditions remain in place.
Thank you, Judge.
Court does call the case of Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Tremaine Pinder.
Good afternoon, First Secretary.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Anna Samide and Jude Rich requesting to appear under MCR 8.1220, supervised by David Sinacochi.
Permission to practice is granted.
Thank you.
All right.
Your Honor, I sent over proposed revisions to the COD right before the hearing today. I think at this point, plaintiff is asking for a settlement conference to be scheduled, maybe in 2 weeks or something like that.
Would everybody agree to that, or?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm gone I know I'm gone one Friday, but yes, certainly.
All right, I can't do a settlement conference in 2 weeks. I either can do, well, hold on, maybe I can. What dates do I have?
We would do it on a Tuesday.
We do it on a
So
Tuesday.
we would do it on the 30th of April.
All right. So I can set a settlement conference for April 30th. Will that work for everybody?
Yes.
All
That
right.
works.
I'll set a final settlement conference, April 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. That is a Tuesday and that is in person. All right,
Yep. What was the time on that? I'm sorry.
9 a.m. All right, thank you, folks. Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Felix Kaiser.
Hearing for plaintiff.
Your name?
Felix Kaiser.
All right. And last time you were here, there's 884 owed.
Yes, sir. I have been up to DHS to try to get some help with this situation, and they said they denied. Okay,
They denied you.
and I had paperwork here, but
No, that's fine.
I need about. They just okayed my SSI to cut that back on, so I would like to have to about the third to have it paid. I can get that take care.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do about, what's your monthly rent?
I think they SSI helped me pay my rent, so it's about 136, something like that. $136.
Well, Ms. Kazari, what do you have as this monthly rent?
It looks like it was recently adjusted. In March it was 137, for April it was 7.
$7 for April, and so that's what it's gonna be for May?
That I don't know.
Oh, no, I got you, but. So. You're gonna get an SSI check on the 3rd of May?
Yes, they just okayed me. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this, would you be able to pay your 884 plus your $7 for your rent?
All is paid on the third.
So you can pay everything on the 3rd?
We pay, yes, sir.
All right, since this monthly rent's the 3rd, we're not gonna, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna adjourn this to the 10th. I don't have the 3rd available, so I'll just adjourn this. And 2024 at 3 p.m. And defendant to pay, you're to pay that entire amount.
I have it all paid.
All right, you got to pay that directly to the landlord.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Your Honor, if it's not paid, we can get it done.
Yes, on that day. Yes. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't care about Bork and having to leave, but Miss Butler doesn't want to be here all day. So recalls case Spice Street versus Yvonne Butler. Your name again, ma'am?
Yvonne Butler.
All right.
Wait, I do have the proposed conditional dismissal. May I?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Miss Butler, you read that over?
Yes.
You have any questions regarding that?
No.
All right. And so you understand all of its terms?
Yes.
And you understand that if you fail on the terms, they can submit to the court for a judgment and an order of eviction at the same time.
Yes, correct.
All right. I do have to advise you, you have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some right you didn't assert, or some other confusion on your part, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame. Doesn't mean I grant it, but you'd have to file a motion within that time frame.
Okay.
Understand? Wasn't that better just to wait? Now you're done. All right, Ms. Butler, you take care of yourself. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Burke. Court does call the case, Group 5 Management versus is it Sadio Graham? I probably got that. Sadiqa.
Yes.
That's how that's spelled. I did. I did not know how Sadiqa would be spelled, but now I know. Your name?
Sadiqa Graham.
All right. Okay, where are we on this? Last time we were here, Mr. Weiss, there was 1482 owing.
Yeah, she's made some payments on this, Your Honor. She made a $100 payment, I believe. She's down to 1382.
Is that right, ma'am?
Well, I made a payment last night for 300, so that probably didn't kick in yet. And then I also made a payment today for 50.
Okay, all right, so hold on. No, it's okay. So you paid them directly.
Yes,
So you're saying that there's about 350 that's not included?
yes.
Okay.
That could be, Your Honor. I
Okay.
got the ledger, I think, yesterday morning.
Got
I
it.
have 1,032 on the ledger in the office.
Pardon?
I have
Who are
$1,032
you?
on the ledger.
Oh,
Who are
Hello,
you?
Judge. I'm Lynetta Bentley.
she's my
Okay.
apartment manager, Your Honor.
Okay, so how much is owing on her account?
$1,032 is what's showing here.
1,032?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'll live
I don't
with
get paid again until the 3rd. I know it's going to roll over until my next month's rent. I could pay 600 on the 3rd, and I'm hoping I get 2 more payment cycles after that. They'll let me make an arrangement to
hold
pay.
on.
Okay.
Okay, slow down. Shadiqua. I was going to just say that. All right.
You never tell me to
Uh,
slow down.
Yeah, I know, but I try not to talk to you, Weiss.
I know
No,
you-
I'm just kidding.
Um,
So,
Can we roll in? I can give her out.
well, how much is her monthly rent?
Her monthly rent is, well, she has, she gets paid, her agency, it's $979 is the agency portion. I think her portion is $519.
Is that right?
Yes, but it's readjusted. So for May, it'll be 480.
480, correct. It
Plus,
just came in today.
Plus a $100 month-to-month fee
That's right.
Yes.
and renter's non-compliant insurance.
That's right.
So that would be 100, if she says 480, and then it would
That's
be
100.
125, so that'd be 605. If we add that to the 1,032, we can stretch that out to the 15th. Would that be okay, Ms. Graham?
Well, is she gonna be able to pay that by the 15th?
That's
I can
the
pay
question.
600 on the
Hold
3rd.
on.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I could pay 600 on the 3rd, and I can make arrangements to pay the rest of that off. Because I have 2 more payment cycles after that.
You have one?
2 more paid cycles after that.
You get
And I
paid
just
weekly
picked
or
up on
I see.
bi-weekly?
Okay. No, I see what she's saying. I get what she's saying. So she gets paid on the 3rd, the 17th, and 31st.
Yes.
So that's what she's getting at. She's saying, I got 3 pays this month in May.
Yes.
So here's what I'm gonna do, folks. Because,
Plus a late fee.
yeah, okay, we'll work out all the late fees. We'll get her, let's just give her a shot to get here so she doesn't have a judgment on her.
You can do it.
So on the 6th, you can pay 600.
Yes.
Okay, so since she made good faith payments and got herself down in $1,000 range from the almost 1,500, I'm gonna take a chance on her. And I'm going to adjourn this case out to May 10th, which is my next available date after the 26th, but she won't have a check by then. So May 10th, 2024 at 1 p.m.
Your
Defendant
Honor.
to pay, hang on,
Okay.
defendant to pay $600 on the 3rd, on May 3rd. If you don't pay, I realize her May rent's gonna click in, but we're gonna be able, I think, to get her clear by the end of May. I just don't want to. Okay, so this is the way we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do the 600 you got to get that paid by May 6th. Okay?
Yes, yeah.
So that'll be paid. You'll be about right at the same figure.
Yes.
But then we have time to work something out so that she can then get it paid by the end of May. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I'm just going to let you know, if I come back here on the 10th and you haven't paid anything, I'm not even listening to you at all.
Okay.
I will have to regrettably listen to Mr. Weiss.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to give him a judgment.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not even going to hear anything about some other plan you have. That's how I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Got it?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Weiss.
Can we put it over the 17th? I'm gonna be out of the state on the 10th.
Boy, then the hearing will go quick. Okay, yeah, we can put it to 7. All right, so, but that changes things for us because if we put it out to the 17th at what time?
2 p.m.
At 2 p.m., then what will end up happening is I'm going to have her pay the 600. Then on the 17th, what can you pay?
On the 17th,
Got to be another paycheck. That's what I'm.
400.
Okay, at that rate, we're not going to catch up, but I'll take that for right now.
Yeah.
I'll say defendant to pay 400 on May
Before the
17th. So you got to get that one to, them on the 17th.
Okay.
On that date before you appear in court so that they can tell me they have it.
Okay.
All right. And then we'll figure it out from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend.
Your Honor.
You have a good weekend too. Thank you, Mr. Weiss. Thank you.
You've had a tough afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been something. All right.
Take care,
And
Your
I
Honor.
have who? Take care. Covington Apartments versus Husan Sandifer, that matters dismissed. John Clark versus Caitlin Lewis.
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. David Payne Chair on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right. In this case, Ms. Lewis, did you receive the amended complaint in this matter?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the claim?
The amount that of rent that's owed is $3,070. Court costs of $194 for a total of $3,264.
All right. Ms. Lewis, how are you intending on getting that paid?
If I can just kind of explain myself, I just lost my job about 2 months ago, but I just started a new job last week, and my partner just started back to work 3 weeks ago, and we would like to try to stay here because I've been here almost 4 years and we have a 2.5-year-old together. So to kind of, pack everything and move out, we're just kind of at a loss. But I have filed for assistance to multiple places, but because I haven't worked for, I don't have a verification of employment yet. DHS just sent that out to me. A lot of places aren't going to help me because I don't have that verification.
All right. Have you called Hawk?
I'm sorry?
Have you called Hawk Housing Access for Washtenaw County?
Yeah, I don't have an appointment until May 8th or 10th, the 10th, May 10th.
Okay.
Which is kind of far away, but they're willing
Ms.
to
Lewis,
help.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Ms. Lewis, hold on.
I'm just arrived.
What I'm going to do, Amy is here. Thank you, Amy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn this out a week. I'm going to put you into a breakout room with somebody who's going to give you information regarding resources and see what can be done. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
I also want to point out that this is a weekly rental. She pays rent weekly. It's $275, and I guess this is much for Amy as for her. $275 a week. So, and she's already at $3,264. So I just want to make sure Amy knows that. So when she's asking for assistance, she's probably going to have to come up with something, because they're probably going to be limited around 2.
I have several places that are willing to pitch in together.
Okay. Let you talk with Amy. That's at what
Okay,
time?
thank you.
Your Honor,
So April 26, 2024, 12 noon.
can I get a phone number, some communication where I could reach out to her?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Don't give your phone number.
Okay, I'm
Do we have-
sorry. Okay, I'm nervous.
Do you know how to use the chat on Zoom?
Or she can just give
Hi.
it to Amy and Amy can text it.
Okay, why don't you do this? Why don't you, when I put you into the breakout room, make sure to give it to Amy. And then Amy will try to get that to Mr. Fantera with your permission, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.
At noon, right?
Are you present with Mr. Gary Lewis?
Yes, he is my father and he lives 2 doors down from me.
So I think they were signed in and just, we could not hear them.
Yeah,
Or
Mr.
my
Lewis's case
daughter just
And
dropped my
Mr.
phone.
Lewis's case is adjourned
to the same date.
to the same date.
And I guess the
Okay.
question is, does Gary Lewis need to talk to Amy also?
I don't know.
I need to
can
talk to
give
him.
you his phone number as well in the chat or when she calls.
All right, no, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put, is Mr. Gary Lewis with you?
I can fetch him. He's outside with my daughter.
Okay, why don't you go fetch him? And then I'm gonna put you into the breakout room and whoever needs to talk with Amy can talk with Amy.
Okay, thank you.
Outside Lakes versus Deion Brown.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing okay. How you doing? $977. Okay, so something got paid. Right?
I made $100 payment today, and then this past Tuesday I made a $500 payment. So that brought it down.
So you're right. I don't know if they have the $100 already, but so we actually may be lower than where we were.
We do have it actually.
You do? Okay, so that's with the $100. Okay, so when are you gonna get the rest of this paid?
I won't be able to, I'll be able to pay $1,400 on the 3rd, and then 7 days later I can pay the remaining balance.
So you can pay $1,400 on the
Cutting into the
3rd.
next month.
Pardon?
It'll be cutting into the next month. So I won't
Right. How much is your monthly rent?
$805.
So and you're not gonna have any funds before then, right?
No, I didn't even have funds today. I had to scrape that $100.
So you get paid on the 3rd, is that the deal? I don't have, well, I only have first hearings on the 3rd, right?
Correct.
All right. Mr. Brown, I'm gonna take a chance on you over plaintiff's objection. I'm going to adjourn this to May 10th, 2024 at 3 p.m. Here's the deal. On the 3rd, you're gonna pay how much on the 3rd?
$1,400.
$1,400 on the 3rd of May. If paid, then we'll go to the date. I'll just say if not paid, plaintiff may submit a judgment.
Thank you, Your Honor. I understand.
All right. Without a further hearing. So if you're not paid by the 3rd, they're going to enter a judgment.
Okay.
Okay. If you get it paid, that's still not going to pay down your full balance. We'll see you on the 10th.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yep. It's sort of like a good faith. Me paying the $1,400. Me meaning saying I put my basically I'm doing my end of the bargain. I'm paying it basically. Is that what you mean?
Right. Well, you showed, I'll put it this way. You showed good faith by the balance originally was 1,527.
Mm-hmm.
You paid 600 of that amount basically down, got it paid. That showed me you're operating in good faith. You also came to me with a plan that you can pay the 1,400, but you can't do that to the 3rd, and I get it. So I'm going to give you to the 3rd.
Okay.
I usually wouldn't try to click you over until next month, but you got a plan as to how you're going to catch that up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to trust you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. But if you let me down,
yeah.
No, if you let me down, then I'm not going to trust you again. Arbor One versus Jonas Perosa.
Carol Lucas on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello. What's your name, sir?
Luis.
Do you need it? I apologize, sir. I thought you said no, you didn't.
Yo habla inglés?
Sorry.
All right. It's okay. We will, you're going to try to order up.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pass the matter. Have a seat. The court calls the case of Arbor One versus Jonas Perosa.
La corte llama al caso de Arbor One versus Jonas Rosa.
Sí.
Yes.
Cheryl Locuff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Sherlock, Lodok, por parte del acusado, del demandante, perdón.
I had owing $1,366.10.
And a payment was made, Your Honor, so the
Hold on,
balance
let the
is-
interpreter.
Oops,
Let the
sorry.
interpreter.
Tengo
Go
aquí
ahead.
que se adeuda $1,366.10. El pago.
Wait,
Sí,
hang on.
pero se acordó un pago de 500 para el día lunes. Yo lo cancelé el viernes 650 y quedé debiendo lo demás para pagarlo hoy.
Well, there was an agreement to make a payment of $500 on Monday, and I actually paid on Friday $650, and I was going to make a payment today.
Okay, I am showing a balance of $716.10.
A mí me muestra un saldo pendiente de 716.10 centavos.
Exacto.
Yes.
Exactly.
So when were you going to pay the 716.10?
¿Cuándo es que usted va a pagar los 716.10?
Hoy.
Today.
Today.
La tarde.
In the afternoon.
Your Honor, I'd be willing to hold off until Monday, and if the payment is made, not submit a judgment.
I
Sí,
think
su
he's
señor-
going to. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mr. Interpreter.
Sorry. Su señoría, yo estaría en disposición de suspender hasta que pase ese día, lunes.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week.
Okay.
Let him make his payment.
Lo que
Okay.
voy a hacer es posponer este asunto una semana para darle tiempo al pago.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
2024 at 12 p.m. noon.
A las 12, mediodía.
Okay.
If you have that paid, sir, you do not need to appear.
Si usted ya habrá, cuando haya hecho ese pago, pues entonces para ese día no tendría que comparecer.
Court calls the case of Mauer Apartments versus Tia Owings, aka Teddy Owings. I think she was here. Yep, please. There she is. Hello, your name?
Tia Owens.
All right. And I think last time, where were we on this?
As of last week, I needed to pay $935 in order to get the funding that I was approved for. I was approved for $3,000. Tuesday, I paid $2,000. So I'm just waiting to hear back from Amy.
Oh, why'd you do that? Okay, well, I don't mean that's bad. I'm just saying we could have, if you were approved for 3, you pay the 9 and then.
Yeah, the total remaining balance right now is $3,000 exactly.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh. Well, maybe you were smarter than I was. All right. So you're waiting to hear from Amy.
Yeah, I just hadn't communicated my receipt to her until this morning.
Okay. So Amy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I did just receive a message from Ms. Owens with a confirmation showing $3,000. If Mr. Friedman could confirm that, that would allow me to proceed with a funding request on her behalf.
I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
All right. So you'll have to do that at some other point. Is that what we're looking at? So what I'll do then is I'll adjourn this out a week so we can get all of that paid for. So what do you have her balance currently, Mr. Friedman?
Well, I didn't have those payments, so my balance doesn't reflect those because they haven't been on my ledger.
Right.
So I've got.
So
I've got like
last time we were here, I think her balance was 44.85.
Yeah. So she's down to, from my perspective, she's down to about 2,200.
If she paid 2,000, got it. 2,200 then plus the cost, got it. Okay. All right. I'll adjourn this matter to April 26th. Thank you. 2024 at 1 p.m. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. John Clark versus Lewis Caitlin. Did they have that backwards? Is it Caitlin
Hi,
Lewis?
I'm here.
It's Caitlin Lewis. They put the name backwards on the label. Anyway, hello.
It's Caitlin, actually. Sorry.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, I cannot hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
You can hear me, right? She just froze. Oh, she just came back, I think. Ms. Lewis?
Can't hear you. Hello?
You need to find a spot with good Wi-Fi and quit walking.
I
How many more do you have?
Mr. Pinter?
I have one more and it's a dismissal.
Ms. Lewis, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
If you can hear me, wave your hand. Yeah, then there goes your picture. Okay. I can't hear you.
I don't know what's going on with my phone.
All right, Ms. Lewis,
Yeah.
sign off and sign back in and follow all of the instructions on the screen, okay?
Okay.
All right, pass it.
Yeah, just, we have the same issue on that case that we did on the previous case with the termination versus.
Got it.
So no matter what she says, we're probably going to wind up adjourning in a week anyway.
Got it. Okay. Let's wait for her to get back. And Redshield versus Joshua Bertram, that matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion.
Yeah, the good news is that was one where he had to pay a portion and we actually picked up the check from SOS at 157. So that one worked out wonderfully.
Sycamore Meadows versus Brianna Reed. I may have to break in if actually what Ann said is she was saving the best for last.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate but Mr. Lando's not here. I can take it out on me.
All right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Carrie Zandon, P67390 on behalf of plaintiff.
All right. Brianna Reed. She is not checked in. Would you like to take a default?
I do.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, rent is due in the amount of $71. Court costs of $176.04 for a total rent retained of $247.04. I'm asking for a writ to issue. I know. A writ to issue on or after April 29th, 2024. Is there anything you want me to add to this?
Yes, no writ without a hearing.
I know, Judge.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with the writ issued in 10 days. Case People versus Robert Pate.
Good Robert Pate. Mr. Pate, state your name.
Oh, they fixed it. Pate here. Robert Pate. Not here, counsel.
All right, Your Honor, I did send him the Zoom information. He's not on the Zoom.
He is not.
All right. Your Honor, may I waive his appearance?
No. He needs to be here.
Your Honor, can I get off his Zoom, contact him, and get back on?
No. Why don't we just do this? Why don't I just issue a bench warrant because your client's not here. You contact him, you go and try to set aside the bench warrant, and then we'll reset the hearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Bench warrant will issue on 10,000 cash surety. That warrant will issue immediately. Thank you.
Thank you.
Proposed case, People versus, is it Emil Thomas?
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people.
My apologies, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Thomas, who is present via Zoom. Can you state your name for the record, sir?
Emil Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have discussed this matter with my client. It is his desire at this time to set this matter for preliminary exam.
All right. And is all discovery complete?
To our knowledge, Your Honor, yes.
People have their witnesses available on the second.
Could we go to the 9th?
Any objection from defense?
No objection to that, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination in person will be set July 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before judge, before me. Bond will continue. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hey, that's it for that block? Wow, Emily, you are the bastion of efficiency.
I know.
Wow, and humble. All right, calls the case, People versus Abadule Sia. Zilla.
An assistant public defender, let me sob on behalf of Mr. Silla, who I unfortunately have not had any contact with, and I don't see in the courtroom.
Here every time.
I know he has had contact with our division and they've been working with him for an extended period of time, but we were just not able to get in contact with him.
Well, I guess we actually have issued warrants on him before, but he always seems to kind of show up at some point. Bench warrant will issue, bond 10,000, cash surety. Warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case, People versus Marshan Smith.
Kenneth Overwater, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Smith, who stands to my right. Mr. Smith, please state your name for the record, please.
Marshan Smith.
Thank you.
It's date and time set for a probable cause conference. We'd ask to set the matter for preliminary examination.
Discovery complete.
It's my knowledge.
People have their witnesses available the second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination in person, July 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Washington. 9 o'clock back here. Bond will continue. Thank you. Court calls case, People versus Irvin Patterson.
Assistant Public Defender, let me sob on behalf of Mr. Patterson.
You Mr. Patterson?
Yeah, he's.
Come on up.
Hi, Mr. Patterson, state your name for the record, please.
Irvin Patterson. Thank you.
Your Honor, an offer has been extended by the APA. I just am requesting a short adjournment so that I can discuss it further with the client.
Probable cause conference, July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Court calls the case, People versus Mercedes Mullins.
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of People.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer on behalf of Mercedes Mullins, who's on Zoom. Ms. Mullins, could you state your name for the record?
Mercedes Mullins.
Thank you, Your Honor. Or thank you, Ms. Mullins. Your Honor, this will be a plea, but we don't have the paperwork submitted yet, so we're just asking for a brief adjournment so that can occur.
July 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. as your invite indicates, bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.